All righty. Make sure we are live. Make sure we are up and running. We should be good. I believe so. Camera seems a little tilted weirdly, so let me fix this. All right. I think we should be good. Zoom out a little bit. And then move this. Good, y'all. Welcome back to another One Piece manga live stream, live reaction here on the Real Croc YouTube channel. As always, we'll be doing my first time read through here of One Piece chapter 1169. And if you want to see me do an in-depth walkthrough of the channel, please check out the Moon Piece podcast, where me and my co-host Danny will be doing a live read through later on tonight at 9 p.m. with Chestnut Tanuki. So, if you guys want to come check that out, go there. But if you want to stay here and see just me, like, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the chapter after the fact if you're watching this. And hit the notification bell so you get notified for more streams that I put out. We'll also be doing the newest chapter of JoJo Lands on the Moon Piece podcast channel later on today as well. So, chock full of stuff going on. So, I'm ready to get to it. I know you guys are ready to get to it. Been wanting to read this chapter, but life been lifing. So let's start with it. One Piece chapter 1169. We have a double page color spread and Eiichiro Oda, you madman. All this aura on this page. I'm gonna be immortal, Oda. We got the Rocks Pirates themselves, graced with the double page color spread. Look at Big Mom. Look at Big Mom. Ooh, Rex, what's good? What's going on? We got the boy Rox D. Zabek in the middle, painting a lion aura. Look at the fit. Look at the fit. My mama, Charlotte Linlin, eating some desserts in the all black. Red X, yes, I am. I am currently reading them. I just read it just now. See? Wow. Okay, Big Mom. Loving the fit. Also, we got Gloriosa next to Silver Axe. Then we got Streusen right next to Big Mom. Gloriosa and Charlotte Linlin having a little chat. I forget the big fishman person, but we got Kaido, we got Wang Ji throwing up the middle finger. We got Don Marlin next to Wang Ji. Kaido looking at, golly, what's this boy name? What is this? Oh, Shiki. There we go. Shiki. We got Ganzui eating some grapes. Mr. Booger Fruit. Captain John right next to Kid, counting that money, all about that coin. And we got Stussy sitting in Edward Newgate's arms. Newgate, did you hit that? I think you might have. All right. Listen, Oda. Rox is Oda's favorite kid. Even though he did him dirty, the aura that he put on this man for the time he was here in this story is absolutely peak. All right, let's get into the chapter. Chapter 1169, My Death Cannot Come Soon Enough. Let's see, 14 years ago, Sun World, ELBAPH, Gabon's house. What? Captain Roger had a son? Apparently so. That's what Garp told me, at least. I'm amazed that he survived the Navy search then. Well, in that case, I guess he's like a little brother to me. You're not wrong about that. You and Buggy were our sons. Bring back my guy, Buggy! Bro said Ace is like a little brother to me. He did try to save him. He said, "Yo, Whitebeard, tell him not to do that. Tell him don't go after Teach. If he's got Captain Rogers' blood, then I guess he'll be the next generation's king of the pirates." Hey, ain't it a it ain't a hereditary position. Sometimes those with the greatest expectations placed on them fail to achieve that greatness. Very true. Very true. You think so? It's what makes life so fun and unpredictable. Okay. Meanwhile, the fateful scene at ELBAPH's Aroost Castle, West Castle, whatever. Oh no, Loki. Uh, I mean, Prince Loki has returned. Chief Jarul is here as well. Outside of the royal chamber. Why did he? Your Majesty, he was coming to chain you up, like you said. Why did I cut down my guard like that? It was like my body moved on its own. Was it to fulfill Emu's orders? To eliminate those who would stop me? Form an army of warriors. As we see Emu's face locked in. Am I incapable of fighting back? Can those orders even alter my very thoughts? For the rest of my life, for as long as I continue to live, my presence will only make this country worse. My body is a blight upon its safety. It was a waste, all for nothing. 140 years of life down the drain. Damn. Bro said 140 years. I've been in the trenches for 140 years. All this work, and what did it get me? Ah. Oh, my days. Quickly, kill me. Huh? Nanda? I refuse to let ELBAPH be enslaved as he's cutting down his men. Hurry, before it's all taken over. What are you doing, Majesty? Hey, Pop, crash as we see Loki walking through the door. What's going on here? Harold, how can this be? I truly am immortal. Huh. Bro, just eating it. I can feel my body recovering. Stop it. Run for your lives, men. Ah! What can I do to die? Someone help. We see Loki and Jaru looking confused. Nanda! Harold just recovering, swinging away his men. Light work. So basically, Harold and I have signed the shallowest of the covenants with this great one in Marijor. Even with just this shallows covenant, oh, he doesn't even know that Harold has the other one. We can't resist as long as we're within that freak's range. What an odd power. So, once we were out of the Holy Land, we finally had the chance to talk openly. I knew it. You are from the Red Hair Pirates. Ah, so we know who he is from his crew. Harold was delighted about the deal he'd made to get ELBAPH added to the government once he was in the Knights of God. We see Ripley and what's this boy's name? Scopper Gabon's kid. Because we have spent so much time away now. Scopper Gabon kid. Colin. There we go. Colin. See. Harold was delighted about the deal he'd made to get ELBAPH added to the government once he was in the Knights of God. But to do that, he has to sign the next level of this covenant. Is that bad or something? Through the covenant, the Holy Knights of God gain superhuman strength and an undying body. as well as the ability to generate an abyss, a means of traveling long distances. But in exchange, no matter where you are, you cannot defy the orders of the Great One, whose voice will reach you at any range. So, if he agrees to the covenant, Harold will be forced to do what those people say. Knowing how greedy they are, I can't imagine they would keep their word and give him what they promised. Hmm. I don't think Harold should join the. Huh? Ah, they feeling that hockey. They feeling that hockey. He's cooked. Harold messed up. Even Shanks is like, yo, not a good idea, brother. Not a good idea. Hang on a second, Dad. What am I supposed to react to first? As we see Loki and Harold clashing. The fact that you haven't died with all those wounds, or the fact that you're trying to kill me and the castle guards? Where's this monster strength coming from? What happened to you, Harold? Come back to your senses. Guards, to the royal chamber. Help stop the king. He's been taken by madness. Are they fighting? Hurry, it must be that damn Loki. Save the king. As we see Jaru and Loki slamming down Harold. Explain yourself, Harold. What happened? Chief Jaru, I've made a terrible mistake. Very soon, I truly will lose my mind. Listen closely, Loki. Do as I say. I want you to tell the people of ELBAPH exactly what happened here. That I killed my own guards. That I used joining the world government as an excuse to do their dirty bidding. I mean, it's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened. Rox tried to prevent this, my brother. He tried to prevent this. Ultimately, they lied to me. And look at me now. I'm about to hand over the people of ELBAPH to the government to be their slaves in battle. Red X, what's going on? He said, bro, another Declan member with a tiger and cover page. OD, really enjoying your way of saying. Thank you, bruh. What do you mean they tricked you? They never had any intention of honoring my request. Your Majesty. See, Jarul. Chief Jarul. Feed the treasure of ELBAPH to Loki. What? It's got to be the Gomu Gomu no Mi. What? With the power of God, I will be unstoppable. ELBAPH being enslaved by the government is the very antithesis of my dream. Ugh, that makes me the worst king in the history of ELBAPH. So you must kill me to take the throne, Loki. Tell the people what a fool of a king I was. Kill me and be a hero. Once I'm dead, my reputation means nothing to me. All that matters is ELBAPH's future. Am I wrong? This is not what they do, though. This is what he wants, but this is not what they do. You'd really do all this for... As we see Harold's head crack back. Please, Loki. You're the only one who can do it. Ah! Harold just crying tears. Harold swinging away his men. Again, everybody just gets sent packing. Cut down. Blades gone. There are criminals within the castle. Huh? Your Majesty. Seal the front gate. Right away, Your Majesty. You killed them all. You're not the real King Harold. As we see a blade just going through Harold's neck and he's just eating it. But I am Harold. And I am now a vassal of the Great One. As we see Harold just swing away. More guards. No one shall escape to tell the tale of what happened here. Oh, so this is the moment right before Harold loses it. So that crack, is Harold's eyes like change, or he's just like, Is he just putting on a front for the guards? I think so, actually. Hurry! Run! Whoo! Nigga just squished his head. I will give this country over to Emu. So see Harold walking out the door. Hurry, Loki. Why do I have to eat some devil fruit? Then I won't be able to swim anymore. Nigga running, he is stressed out. What got into him? He's like a totally different person. Don't you dare eat it, Loki. That fruit belongs to me. You just told me to eat it. You just told me to eat it, bro. He changed. If you eat that fruit, it will be the end of the world, Harold. Ah, do it, Loki. Make sure Harold doesn't get that fruit. As we see this nigga Harold throw that blade into Jaru's head. Chief Jaru, you gave me that blade years ago, Jaru. Now you can have it back. I'll eat that fruit and take Ragnar for myself. You cannot have it. Whoa. Loki is trying to get the fuck out of here. He's scared. Loki's scared right now, boy. And there comes Shanks and Scabagaban coming through, cutting away. It's Gaban. Jaru looking shocked. Jaru, what's happened to you? The helmet saved my life. Please stop Harold. Don't let him go after Loki. Based on what you said, it looks like the worst case scenario has come to pass. Harold, look around you. Come to your senses. Shanks. This undying body is a wonderful thing. I feel superior to all other life. Damn it. Is there any way to break the control over him? As we see Loki break open the door. This is the storied relic of ELBAPH, the forbidding devil fruit. As we see, what? Who did that? As we see Ragnar come flying at Loki's face. Who threw that? Or is like Harold summoning Ragnar? But now it's the end of the chapter? Oda! Brother, man. Eiichiro Oda. Oda is a madman, y'all. How is he ending the chapter like this? This is crazy work. Oh my God. What a cliffhanger. Things are finally reaching like the peak of we're finally back to it being about Harold and Loki. But before we summarize the chapter or give my rating, let's start with this double-page color spread, Eiichiro Oda. Eiichiro Oda for One Piece chapter 1169. You ate. No notes. Crumbs. This is what we call legendary. This rocks pirate double-page color spread. Rocks is Oda's favorite, son. And Oda did him grimy getting rid of him. But he went out with a bang. And by doing that, this double-page color spread is the definition of aura. We got Roxy Zebek in the clean suit, blade in the ground, petting a tiger. Fur on. Light work, no reaction. Big Mom. Mama. Legs out. Eating a sweet dessert. Talking to Gloriosa. The Big Mom fit. Impeccable. Strewson is here. He's just always here, I guess. Silver Axe, right next to Gloriosa, right? We got the Fishman person, the giant Fishman. I don't know. He's here. Forgot his name. Don Marlin, R.I.P. We got Wang Ji, got the middle finger up right next to Don Marlin. He's the one who clapped Don Marlin, right? We got Kaido talking to Shiki in the background, you know. They vibing out. Gonzui eating some grapes. Mr. Boogerman, Mr. Five himself. Captain John, right next to Rocks. Like he that dude. Like he that dude. And Nuke, listen, I'm starting to think that Weevil really might be your kid, because why you got still seeing your arm like that? You trying to act like you not liking that, but you got Miss Buckin right here, brother. And I don't know. I don't know. You might be the father. You might be the father. But One Piece chapter 1169 opens up with Shanks having a conversation with Scappa Gaban, right? And now Shanks is finally breaking down things about that he's learned on his little voyages, right, to Gabon. So they're chilling back where we left off when we first started the backstory. Finally, things are coming full circle, right? Shanks learns that, wait, Roger had a kid? That kind of makes me like his big brother, right? And he's like, yeah, I mean, listen, you and Buggy was our kids, was our sons, you know what I mean? We raised you like our own, right? Gabon vibing out with him. So he's like, so, man, this Ace kid, he's going to be the next king of the pirates. Gabon's like, chill out, brother. First of all, this is not a hereditary thing. That's not how that works. And also, life is unpredictable. Life is funny. So, like, if you put that on these expectations on this kid, they're doomed to fail. Life just be doing crazy things like that. And he's like, you know what? It's funner that way. That life is so unpredictable. So we got that conversation. And listen, we know how Ace ends up. Not legendary. Hole in the chest. Going nuts. Right? He wasn't that guy. He wasn't the guy. He wasn't the one Roger was truly waiting for. But we cut to the West Castle, or Castle, however you want to pronounce it. And Harold is finally realizing, like, okay, something is happening to me, right? Because he's fighting his guards. And, like, even though he's telling his guards to stop him and chain him up, right? He's still reacting and attacking them. So he's starting to process, okay, I did this covenant with Emu. This is not gonna go well. Like I'm gonna regenerate. Like I'm losing my thoughts. I'm losing myself. Like there's not long before I just fully give over this country. And like he's starting to have these somber moments, and he's like, yo, I really like it's really all my fault. Like all 140 years of my life is like leading to this at the end of the day. And my death cannot come soon enough. So Harold reaching this moment it's profound, because we know that Harold did fuck up, right? Harold really made some bad decisions that Rox was trying to keep him from making. And he had to learn for himself. But it's still sad, right? It's still sad because his intentions weren't bad. He had all these positive intentions. He started to see the ELBAPH start to really change with kids starting to play and not deal with war as much, and learning and education and trade and commerce and all these things happening to ELBAPH, changing over time. But at what cost, right? Harold forsaken everything about being a giant, everything about his history, his heritage, ripping out his horns. And he's like, all this work, and what did it get me, right? As he's taking down his own men, his own soldiers, right? This is even more messed up than what Doflamingo was able to do to King Rico and Dressrosa, right? So Loki barges in the room, and once Loki comes in the room, he sees his dad is getting poked up all over the place by all the guards. They're like, what is happening? But Harold's body is regenerating. He's just thinking to himself, like, oh my God, I'm recovering. I can feel it. I feel the sensation. Oh God, I'm about to become him. I'm about to really become immortal. Loki and Jarrell are shocked because they're like, what the hell? What the helly? What the helly, Ante? Why are they attacking my dad? Why are they attacking the king? Right? And why is he regenerating? He is just wailing on these guards. They're fodder to him, right? Fodder to him. And he's just begging, like, yo, please, I need someone to help me. Someone, please kill me. Kill me some way, somehow, right? Then we cut away to Shanks and Gabon continue to have these conversations about what exactly Shanks has been up to, right? Now, Shanks is explaining to Gabon exactly how the Shallows Covenant works, right? Now, the Shallows Covenant is not that crazy because you can resist Bro's will as long as you're super far out of his range, right? So, for the Shallows Covenant, there's some cap to it, right? But you don't get all the buffs. You know what I mean? And there was also a moment where we learned that Shanks uh and Harold did have a light interaction because they couldn't really do much when they was in Marijoa. Harold was like, "Oh, you was part of the Redhead Pirates. I definitely seen you before, right?" So he's letting Gabon know, like, okay, Harold is there, but this is what Harold wants. Like Harold, he was like they told him that he would be able to make ELBAPH part of the government if he became a Knight of God, right? So me and him are both in the Shallows Covenant, but the real problem is the next thing. So if Harold does the next thing, right, which is the Abyss Covenant, right, whatever, I forgot what it's called, but through that covenant, he's like, you get superhuman strength, you get an undying body, and you get the ability to create this abyss, which is basically fast travel, right? Once you do that, but you lose all autonomy to your body, right? You're not even at what the five elders is at this point, right? I think that comes with a different level of trust in who they are that Emu has in the five elders, whereas like the God's Knights eventually just get corrupted over time, I think, per se, or it just depends on the loyalty, or even if you try to defy, you eventually will just give in to Emu's powers, right? At infinite range. So now the range is extended once you go into the next level of the covenant, right? And Shanks letting Gabon know, if he does that, we might be cooked, chat. And I don't think that he should do this. I know he wants this for his country, but I don't think he should do this. I don't think he should join and then they feel that emu hockey all over the place. They was like, oh, what was that? We gotta go. It's ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right. We gotta go. We gotta get there. So back to the castle. Shanks and Harold are clashing here, right? He's like, yo, Dad, what is going on? Why are you doing this? What am I supposed to react to first? The fact that you're fighting everybody or the fact that you're regenerating? What the hell is going on? Loki, this poor kid, he's just a kid, right? Like, we know Loki is a badass. We see the aura, the vibe, but he is mad young in regards to giant years, right? He's like, why is this happening? So now, Loki and Ja Rule are able to pin down Harold, right? And now Harold's basically trying to explain to them what's happening. And this moment right here for Harold, it got me, y'all. It got me. I felt for bro. He's explaining everything that's going down. He said, listen, I've joined into this thing with the world government, and I want you to tell everybody exactly what happened because I fucked up, y'all. I fucked up. And Harold goes on to tell exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. I fell for all these things from the world government, and now this is what's happening to me. And I'm being taken over because I'm a fool. I am essentially the worst king in the history of ELBAPH. And in order for you to protect ELBAPH, no matter the cost, which is what I want you to do for me, my son, you need to kill me and take me out right here and now and be the person who saved ELBAPH, right? They're like, they can't believe it. They're like, what do you mean? Like, you were like, they tricked you. Like, what's happening? Like, they never had, like, he's like, they never planned on letting me rock. I'm realizing that now. Like, everything Rocks was telling me, he was right. But I'm such a fool. I'm so stupid that I don't want to be the reason my country fails and I give it up to Emu. So I need you to eat that devil fruit, the forbidden devil fruit, our treasure, which gotta be the Gomu Gomu no Mi at this point, right? And I need you to take me out because Loki, the one thing I told you and Harold when y'all was young, Hadrian, was that the future of ELBAPH is all I want to always matter. You know what I mean? to protect ELBAPH. And I don't care what my reputation turns into. That's not what matters. ELBAPH matters more. Loki can't believe. He said, "You really do all of this? All of this, bro? All of this for ELBAPH?" Because Loki doesn't feel the same love for ELBAPH. And this is where that moment of that will is passed on, because Loki has no reason to truthfully to care for this country that thinks of him so ill. But his dad right now is truly entrusting him to protect the thing he loves, because his dad always showed him love, right? And these are the final moments, his final words before Harold changes. He turns into something else. Now he's just faunerizing everybody in the room, right? Guards are confused. There's criminals within the gate. Seal the front gate, right? I don't know if the criminals they're talking about is Shanks and Gabon pulling up at the door, but like people stabbing through Harold's body. Some of these guards, they actually are trying their best to kill him, bro. They are trying their best. Regeneration. Now Harold's whole verbiage is changing. I'm going to give up this place to Emu. No one shall escape. I'm going to kill everybody. Nobody's going to know what's happened here. That is it. Whole vibe change, right? There's something in his eyes, dies inside. He's truly lost to the covenant. The depth covenant is truly smoking him, right? Now, Ja Rule's like, hurry, Loki. Like, you do what he said. Loki's confused because he's like, well, he's kind of saying one thing right now, but he just told us another thing. And also, I don't want to eat a devil fruit. I want to be able to swim. I don't want this. Why? I'm just doing stuff. He is scared. He's confused. He's confuzzled. And Harold is now saying, I'm going to eat that devil fruit. And Ja Rule knows. Ja Rule's like, no. If you eat that devil fruit, it will be the end of the world as we know it. Emu wants that sun god Nika fruit, and it keeps on getting away from them. It keeps on getting away from them. Because if they have Harold on that sun god Nika fruit and controlled, that's it there. That's it. You know what I mean? And now we also see the moment when Ja Rule get his kufi knocked in. Because Ja Rule's talking all that shit. And Harold said, Toma, take that. Blade in Harold's chest. Puts that blade in Ja Rule's head. Ja Rule's yelling at bro, Loki, do what they just said. Harold's like, I'll eat that fruit and take Ragnar for myself. The hammer, obviously, that Loki now has. The hammer has to have powers in it, right? It's sealed away. Yelling at Loki, you can't have it. About to chase after Loki as he's running scared, wailing. Boom, Thoma, here comes the cavalry. Shanksu, Scappa Gabon, slicing at that boy. And we see that he actually is taking some damage right here, because there's got to be some hockey in that. It can't be just a pure slice. We've seen Gabon do this to Holy Knights before. He's played these games before. Ja Rule said it's Gabon. Shanks and Gabon see Ja Rule like, what's going on? Why is there a blade in your head? He said, this helmet saved my life. Thank God. How is he alive, brother? He should be dead, because that shit is straight through the helmet. Like, what? He said, please stop Harold. He's letting them know. Ja Rule's letting Shanks and Gabon know exactly. Yo, he's going to, don't let him go after Loki. Gabon's like, oh, shit, bro. The shit you was just saying is happening. The thing you just was talking about at the crib is happening. You could have kind of came sooner and stopped this, but too little, too late. Emu one step ahead. And now even the way that Harold is talking to Shanks is spicy. He sees Shanks. Oh, Shanks. Shanks. His undying body is a wonderful thing. I feel superior to all other life. Talking real crazy. And he said, damn it. Is there no way to break the control over him? Nigga left before figuring that out. Shanks left before figuring that shit out. So now we see Loki get into the storeroom. They finally see He sees Ragnar, and he also sees the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Well, I'm assuming it's the Gomu Gomu no Mi, the forbidden devil fruit in the chest. But when he opens the door, Ragnar is doing a ding ding. It's moving, it's shaking, and as Loki reaches in the treasure chest, the hammer comes straight at Loki, flying past him, about to take his whole kufi off. Chapter ending with Loki saying, "What? Who did that?" Which I surmise that it's got to be Harold pulling a Thor and calling Ragnar to him, so he could be like, "On your left," or some shit. I don't know, brother. We've seen it before. We know how Mjolnir works in the Marvel universe, right? We've seen this story before in regards to the hammer. So I don't know if there's gonna be another chapter for 2025, and that will end the backstory. But that's what I think is in that chest. It's got to be the Gomu Gomu no Mi, and it's got to be the hammer getting called to, and we're gonna have to jump him. It's going to have to be Loki, Gaban, and Shanks jumping, bro. That's the only option. Everything has all been under the guise of the ELBAPH propaganda, because we do find out that, Harold does still keep his legacy. People still remember him as a great king. What he wishes for here does not happen. And Loki just takes the blame for it and decides to save the memory of his father by being tied to that tree. Oda, you are moving something vicious here. You are reaching a climax. And we also find out about Oda's message to the fans, right? From Jump Festa. So let's read that real quick. Oda Jump Festa 2025 message, right? Let's see. Have it here. Do. Right? So Eiichiro Oda's message to everyone visiting Jump Festa. Hello. Toward the future society where lives shine. I am Omyaku the Myaku Ichiro. When I asked my editor to summarize what we're doing next year for this comment, there was a huge lineup of events. But they said, you can't talk about this or this or this or this yet. Wait, does that mean I can't say almost anything? Looking at the list, many of the projects are clearly aimed at an international audience, including Japan, of course. The previously announced new anime, The One Piece, is also being made for a global audience and is progressing steadily. And on March 10th next year, season 2 of the Hollywood live-action One Piece will finally be released. Chopper will make his debut. Every time new footage comes in, I can't help but say, so cute, so cute. Come March next year, you'll be saying the same thing too. Be sure to fully enjoy the Straw Hat Crew vibes from the rest of the wonderfully eccentric cast, including Iñaki and the others. In fact, filming for season 3 has already begun, which means the Alabasta arc will be completed with it. Look forward to it. As for the anime movie, I've been told I'm not allowed to talk about it yet. And honestly, I can't say it's progressing smoothly either, but maybe saying this will get things moving. Like, hey, hurry it up. Laughs. It's definitely something I think a lot of you will be very interested in. So please wait patiently, very patiently. Now then, since it's just Jump Festa, let's talk about the original Jump manga. After a long, long flashback, more like a deep dive into history, we return to the present day, and just when your perspective on ELBAPH has started to shift, boom, it ends with a big, flashy finish. And from here on out, things get really intense. To that island that only the Pirate King ever reached. The man marked by flames appears. Two people who never crossed paths finally meet. And those two run into each other as well. Is next year going to be a full-blown festival of encounters? The story moves at lightning speed, but I've unfortunately gotten older. So while taking care of my health, I'll continue next year to sail through One Piece at its fastest pace yet, steady in full force. Ahead lies a festival. Please look forward to it. Your boy Eiichiro Oda. Things are happening, guys. We don't know nothing about no movie. We know the live action is coming. We know he can't say nothing about nothing, really. He said that. But he lets us know this backstory is coming to an end. He knows that's been a long time. He knows that he cooked here. He knows we learned a lot about the history. Our perspective on ELBAPH is shifting, and apparently he has something else in store for how this ends. Now, when I hear the word flashy, I think about Buggy. But it's got to be Shanks has to appear. Shanks has to come and help us from these God's Nights, right? Fingerling Garling, my thoughts on him is he's fine. The problem is he looked like a scrub when fighting rocks. When you're fighting rocks, of course you look like a scrub. He's still dangerous. We need to watch out for that man, right? Oda's talking about we are going to go to that island that only the Pirate King ever reached. Oda's trying to get us to Laugh Tale in 2026? What? The man marked by flames is going to be answered in 2026? What? Two people who never crossed paths finally meet? Is that Emu and Joy Boy? I don't know. Who are the two people we're talking about? What? It's going to be a festival of encounters? A festival? A Davy back fight? A worldwide Davy back fight? Yo, no say. 2026. And Oda, listen, guys, Oda's health always comes first for me. Always comes first. So Oda acknowledging his health currently knows it's declining, but also letting us know, yeah, I'm about to really pick up the pace on this. I'm tired. So things are going to be moving, brothers. Things are going to be moving. So, Oda, you've lied before. You said 80% a long time ago. But this feels real. So, if I'm going to give this chapter a rating, we got a lot of confirmation on things with the powers and how they work. Now we truly know. We don't have to guess as much. It's solidified. But, if you have context clues and reading comprehension and media literacy, you probably already piece it together how the Shadows Covenants and the Depths Covenant and the Abyss Covenants and all that work, right? So we got confirmation of that here. We got to see a little moment with Ace being talked about by Shanks, saying like he might be the next Pirate King. That didn't happen. He got Donut because he's not legendary, right? Gabon is here. Good moments. See my baby girl Ripley, right? This chapter was really all about Harold and his final moments being present before he's finally taken over by Emu completely. So, if I'm going to give this chapter a rating, y'all, R.I.P. Harold, right? We know you are immortal right now, but they're going to figure out a way how to smoke you. Or maybe you might still be alive. I don't know. Maybe Shanks finds a way to break the curse and break the power. Maybe the arm being cut off is something. I doubt that. But Shanks lost his arm. We'll see. Chapter, I'm going to give this 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10, right? Can't complain. Looking forward to seeing how the finale of all this wraps up to the backstory. Before we get to the present, because we need a hero. I need a hero. Somebody come save us. Anybody. But that's my thoughts on this chapter. Going to be doing another review read through later on in the day with my co-host Danny, and Chestnut Tanuki will be guesting on our stream as well for the Moon Piece podcast. So guys, make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment after the fact. Let me know your thoughts on chapter 1169 and all of that. And I will see you guys next time